Hello and welcome to an episode of Atomic Vinyl Reviews. My name is Jacob, and we have been waiting valiantly too long for these trailers. My god, the entire Godzilla fandom has just been constantly having this movie just moved forward and forward and forward into the future because of all the whole 2020 nonsense that, the world had to deal with. You know what? It probably hasn't been that bad for us Godzilla fans. I mean, for example, think about back when Final Wars came out. We had to wait like 10 years till the next Godzilla movie from there. So, the wait between King of the Monsters 2019 to 2021, not that bad. But still, we should have had a trailer by now, right? Right? Then you got other fandoms like the Half-Life series. People are still waiting for Half-Life 3. God knows when that's gonna drop. Or Tool fans. The last Tool album, Fear Inoculum, didn't come out for 13 years since their previous record. So, we haven't had it that bad, okay? But we have had to wait a bit longer than we should have. And finally, we got some trailers. So in this episode, I'm not reviewing the full super trailer that everyone's waiting for, because I think that's coming out in like 3 hours. In my time, it is almost midnight, and I've seen a couple of countdowns for it, and apparently, yeah, it is coming out in like 3 a.m. or something, which I'll probably be awake for, but I don't know if I'll do a video on it right away, or if I'll do a reaction tomorrow morning, or something like that. But I figured, just in case, and just since I'm eager to finally see this trailer, I'll review some of the teaser trailers, the little TV spots that have been leaked or put out of this movie so far, because I've got 2 of them. They're all both about 40 seconds long. I think most of you guys have probably seen some clips of these floating around on the internet. If you are Godzilla fans, you probably would have. But we're going to be checking those out, and I'm going to be doing my reaction to those. So, long intro aside, let's get right into it. Okay, so here we have the first of these teaser trailers. I think it's official. Let's hope it is. Fingers crossed. So it's called Godzilla vs. Kong teaser trailer, new 2021, Monster Movie HD, and the YouTube site which is posting this is called One Media. I'll have the link to this in the description below, as I will with the second video as well. So let's just jump in. Let's see what this trailer has to show us. Let's react.
Need Kong. The world needs him.
There's an ad for the trailer just there. Let's see. New trailer Sunday. Fun fact, Sunday just ended here in Australia, but for you guys over in the US, which is I think where this is targeting, it's still Sunday for like 10 more hours. Anyway, let's move along. Is that Kong? Yes. Oh, I've seen screenshots of that. And we've seen this shot for a
Godzilla
while.
will come for him.
That ship,
Are you coming?
sorry. On the, I should just watch this in one go, but there's so much to talk about, isn't there? This shot of this, Kong and Godzilla on this, sorry, I'm blanking. You know, the big military ships, aircraft carriers. That's right, Kong and Godzilla floating on an aircraft carrier. This shot has been leaked for quite some time. Interesting thing, Kong looks like he's chained in this, which is something I've seen people start to bring up. So yeah, good sign that they actually do capture Kong, especially with kind of the intro of this trailer. You know what, let's start from the beginning. I'll just watch it in one go and react without talking for a sec, because it's going to work better that way. Okay. This shot here at the beginning, this is all new. And that shot where the Kong has his like finger like pointing to a little tiny person, that's just been leaked like today or yesterday or something. So probably from this.
We need Kong. The world needs him.
Godzilla will come for him.
Are you coming or not?
repeating a lot of shots now. Okay. Let's go back.
For him.
Wow. Let's just kind of go through this real quick. This isn't a trailer analysis, this is a reaction. I might do an analysis once like the full trailer comes out, like as a third video after I do a reaction to that one. We'll see. But, I'm glad we're finally seeing some of this movie, because it has been so, like, in the back of our minds as Godzilla fans for so long, but we haven't been able to actually see anything from it for so long. We just had like this one screenshot to go from. I think it was, there we go. We had this screenshot to go off of for quite some time, which did cause a lot of controversy about the size of this aircraft carrier and how it can carry these two and all that sort of stuff, and that's been causing more arguments than necessary, I think, in a lot of places. So that's all we had to go on really for quite some time, and leaked toy photos. So yeah, I don't know if I'll bring up some of the leaks on the toys. It depends on what we'll see in the next trailer, perhaps. But so far, my feelings about this film are being confirmed, because for a long time I've been saying they are gonna make Godzilla the enemy and Kong like the protagonist in this film, which is what I'm getting at from the kind of the beginning of this thing. Like, we got this little girl here. I'm not sure if she's maybe a native of Skull Island, although her clothing doesn't look quite as ragged as those people's. She's got a little Kong doll. There's Big Kong just standing behind her, or in front of her. And we got an ad for the trailer coming up yesterday, even though technically it hasn't come out yet, but again, Sunday just ended in my time stream here in Australia. Here we've got, again, what I think it's the same little girl, and there's Kong reaching down to her. This is probably on that big cargo ship, the aircraft carrier, so he's already chained up. And obviously, look, he's friendly with the children, so he's gonna be the good guy. Like, of course they're gonna make Kong the good guy, which makes me worried, because there is a lot said in the pre-production of this film that one of these kaiju will definitely die. And I'm gonna be fucking pissed if they kill off Godzilla, because, you know, I had my gripes with the MonsterVerse films, particularly the first one. But I want them to continue with Godzilla movies, and if they kill off Godzilla, that's... oh, what the hell? I mean, it's not like the 54 film where, like, that was a standalone film, and it wasn't meant to spark a franchise, so they killed him in that one, which made sense in the context of that movie. You can't just kill him off and, like, have a franchise after that. And they might be trying to pass the franchise off to Kong, which would make sense, but at the same time, I love Kong, but I like Godzilla a lot more. Visually, this movie looks really similar to King of the Monsters. We do have daylight scenes, but they're like these ugly daylight scenes like this, where it's smoggy, there's lens flares. It's just... I want to see these monsters like in clear daylight. Like, this isn't bad. It's not bad. I mean, it's nice sort of colorful lighting. I'm not gonna say that, but it's not like this lighting at the beginning. This here is really nice lighting. I like it. It's very natural. I miss movies that had like natural daylight in them. Like Jurassic Park was a great example of a movie back when they didn't really color grade things, because they didn't really have the digital technology to, so they used a lot of natural light. Here we've again, it's in daylight, but there's just something ugly about it. I don't know, I will have to see the movie in full. This is 720. I should have watched it in 1080p, shouldn't I? Bloody hell. Oh well. Anyway, we got Kong here, who grew freaking massive, because we're gonna assume Godzilla didn't shrink, so... here he's kind of crouched down, Godzilla. He's actually kind of crouched down like this figure here. Hold on, I've actually got it on hand. The Sega figure. This Sega figure is actually pretty much in the same pose. This is a 2019 Sega figure from the King of the Monsters film of this Godzilla. He's actually crouched down really awkwardly. From the front especially, looks really weird. So he's a lot shorter than he would be standing up normally, because he's in this pose. And it's almost identical, probably just a mirror image, to the pose that he's actually in this exact shot here. Of course, his tail is kind of lying down instead of up in the shot, so we'll jump back to that. As you can see here, We can tell that Godzilla's probably going to still be at head height, if not a little bit taller than Kong. But Kong is huge, and in the previous film, which was set in the 70s, Kong would have been like up to Godzilla's knee or something, and he was built like an adult. Like, don't let anybody tell you, oh, he's just a little child, so he grows this big in that time. That is stupid, and it's contrived as hell, and you know it. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. Like, I'm not against Kong and Godzilla being in a movie together, although I have my gripes with that too, because if they're going to kill off one of them, the thing is, I kind of like both of them, so I'm going to be pissed no matter who wins and who loses in one way or another. But just scaling up Kong just so he can fight Godzilla is a bit silly unless there's like a canonical reason for it within the story. And I don't think him just growing on his own makes sense, because, you know, he isn't like a crazy monster like Godzilla who's based on a reptile, and reptiles just grow exponentially, or like some other weird alien creature that you can just make up random shit for. He's, out of all the kaiju, based the most closest to an actual biological creature, which is like a gorilla, an ape, or a humanoid animal, and all of them have basically the same relationship between like a child, a teenager, and an adult in terms of like their growth rate. They don't like grow into a teenager with like basically like an adult body build and then just exponentially grow taller till they're just like 3 or 4 or 5 times their height. Like, imagine if you were like 15 and then by the time you were 50 you were like 5 times your height. That's not how it works. I haven't even talked about the characters, because we have got that New Zealander kid, the one from, there we go, this dude from the Wilder People movie. That's a good movie. Hunt for the Wilder People. Go watch that. It's good. It's got Sam Neill in it. It's a good movie. And that other film with that dude who's a superhero but he's trying to be edgy. Deadpool. He was in Deadpool 2. So yeah, he's coming along with acting and stuff, but he's usually never very serious, so I hope tonally he'll fit in this movie. We'll see. But yeah, I like him as an actor. He's wearing a Judas Priest t-shirt. I've seen stills of him in costume, so I can just barely make out the Judas Priest logo there. But it is there, and I've seen it again in other stills. And of course we have, I know her name. Millie Bobby Brown. Sounds like a fake name, to be honest. It sounds like a name you'd make up for somebody in a book. But yeah, I really liked her in King of the Monsters. I think she is, especially for her age, a great actress. She can really emote very convincingly with her face. Without any speech, you can kind of tell what she's thinking. And I've had a lot of hate towards her, actually, from that film, which just surprises me, because say what you will about some of the other characters in King of the Monsters, but she was great, so I don't know what people are smoking, but I'm excited to see her. I'm glad they brought her back. I'm really happy they didn't bring back Aaron Taylor Johnson from the first Monsterverse film, because he was a nightmare. But no more Dr. Serizawa. Anyway, yammering on here. This video is going for like 12 minutes already, 12 and a half minutes, and I haven't even got to the second part, so let's jump to that one. Okay, we've got the second trailer or film spot, as this little watermark seems to be telling us. So this one's called Godzilla vs Kong Teaser Trailer 2, New 2021 Monster Movie HD, and I've actually set it to 1080p, because I'm not a pleb. Okay, so it's this scene again. We're starting off where Kong is reaching out to the little girl on what appears to be the aircraft carrier. Maybe they're taking him from Kong Island and Skull Island, and she's tagging along. We'll see. Let's go. Again, new trailer Sunday.
Godzilla will come for him.
Okay.
Are you coming or not?
Okay, I think that's probably it. Yeah, this is just other... Oh, there's a teaser trailer 3. Okay, we'll watch this one real quick. Maybe it'll be legit. But then I want to talk about the axe. Again, good 1080p. Let's go. It's the same opening.
The world needs him.
Godzilla will come for him.
Are you coming or not?
It's pretty much the same thing. Just a random thing. I don't like the sound that they keep playing in these trailers. Just listen to it.
We need
That boom. They just constantly do that. It's like so kitschy at this point. I don't know. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So all of these are pretty much the same. We get the same set of shots, and to be honest, I don't think we need more of a trailer. I'm one of those people who think less is more when it comes to trailers, especially when it's stuff that I'm super hyped about already, because the job of the trailer is to get you hyped about it, and like we already see shots of the film, so we know it's like real, it's tangible, it's giving us suspense. These trailers are nowhere near as exciting as the 2014 trailers, but trailers can be deceiving, because then I went and saw Godzilla 2014, and it's like my least favorite Godzilla movie of all time. And then I've had mixed feelings about the trailers from King of the Monsters, and then I watched that, I'm like, I'm in love with this movie. So, trailers can be deceiving, but I am, again, one of those people who think less is more when it comes to trailers, so I don't want them to reveal too much. So I'm worried, since we are getting actually a fair amount of scenes of the monsters, at least Godzilla and Kong themselves. I'm pretty happy. I don't want them to like spell out the story of the movie with a trailer for me, you know? Then again, maybe for some people they'll think this is kind of lacking, because at the same time, I still feel like something might be lacking from this trailer. Like there's something that's not really pulling. Like it could have pulled us in a little bit more. I feel like this bit here with this girl holding this thing up. This like pulls you in. This is probably the most interesting part of the trailer for me. The rest is just like, oh, there's Kong, come on, there's Godzilla. I don't know. It's hard to say. But where's the axe bit? Did they have the axe bit in this one? In the leaks from the toys, this isn't a major leak from the toys, this is just a little side one, it appears that Kong had an axe made of Godzilla's spine. And people have been really riled up by this little scene here with Kong leaping down from God knows where onto Godzilla, shooting his beam at the axe blade. And from the toys we can also tell that there's probably a big chance Kong is going to split Godzilla's stomach open with this thing at some point, because there's like removable gash marks from Godzilla's chest in those toy leaks, which I think is pretty sweet, because we haven't really got figures that it's kind of gory since like the early Jurassic Park figures. I remember they used to have little bits that you can pull off, and they had like all this flesh and stuff like that. And nowadays we have quite sanitized toys for kids. So that's pretty cool in its own way. But a good friend of mine, he's been on my channel a couple of times on the podcast, Harold Ruzzi from the Figure Mania show. He's really not happy about this axe, because he thinks, what's the point of scaling up Kong if you're going to give him the axe? And he is actually kind of pissed off, because like, yeah, they're going to kill off Godzilla. There's like no doubt about it. I'm not sure. The thing is, for a long time just kind of observing all the films in the Monsterverse as a whole, just taking them in, my interpretation is there's no way they're gonna make Kong the villain of the movie, and these trailers illustrate that. Kong's the one you gotta be sympathetic for. He's the more humanoid one. He's not really ever been portrayed as evil, per se. At most, just chaotic wild animal in nature, that kind of a thing. So that's pretty much a given. If Kong dies, it's gonna be in some heroic way, or fighting a third party perhaps. So that might reflect the one will fall bit. Although, again, I'm gonna be upset if they kill either Kong or Godzilla, so going into this movie I'm already kind of anxious. The thing is, I think saying that, oh, giving Kong an axe is like just like too much, I think that's underappreciating how powerful Godzilla really is. I mean, we saw what he was capable of. In fact, it's like, it spits in the face of like everything that everyone's been saying for so long, which is like, how is Kong gonna stand up to Godzilla? Like, even at Godzilla's height, he's still a flesh boy, you know? He got burnt by napalm in the first movie and was like actually damaged by that stuff. Godzilla got nuked in his first movie and he was fine. So Kong just being Godzilla's height, I don't think makes much of a difference practically. I mean, a lot of it is really down to what the director wants, because these movies can shift their power and their abilities quite easily if they want to. They shouldn't, but they can and often do. So the struggle really will just depend on circumstance. And I think giving Kong an axe to fight Godzilla isn't the worst thing. It's kind of like it fits with his character. I'm still, again, on the fence about them scaling him up. I would have much preferred to see him still be a bit shorter than Godzilla and use his intelligence and his problem-solving skills to then, like, use for example, the axe and stuff like that and come up with cool stuff like that. But just him being both as tall and the axe, I will totally admit, is a little bit too much. But maybe it's just for toy sales, because who wants to have a giant Godzilla toy with like this little bitty Kong on this side when it's meant to be King Kong and Godzilla taking it on? Oh, and there's that whole issue about like whether them calling him King Kong or just Kong and stuff like that. From what I hear, the licensing issues with the name King Kong make it really difficult to use. Hence why they just called him Kong in Skull Island. Although I have heard that the actual director is quoted saying stuff like Kong won't be King Kong until he defeats Godzilla and some stuff like that, which I don't know if he would have actually said that, because I don't think he's meant to like reveal who would win or anything like that. But I want Godzilla to win, but I feel like based on the way these films have been set up, I don't think they're gonna make Kong lose. But then again, on the flip side, Godzilla has been seen as like the thing to give balance, like necessary in this universe to keep the other monsters in line. But then again, if Kong defeats Godzilla and he becomes the new alpha of the kaiju, that could also make sense. But then again, there's the spoilers from the toy reveals earlier on that probably put a spanner in the works, quite literally, if you know what I mean. Interesting stuff. This is really cool to see. Again, I have mixed feelings on these trailers, as did I with King of the Monsters. But still, it's a great big kaiju movie. We have Godzilla and Kong. You know, they haven't been on screen together since 1962 when they looked like this. You know what I mean? So it's been a long time coming, this movie, and I'm excited. I'm fingers crossed, hopeful this film will be good. I don't think it could top King of the Monsters, actually. That film was really good. I like that film a lot, but I just want it to be a fun experience. I don't know. There's a lot I could say. I'll save it for my full trailer reaction, actually. So, yeah, I'm going to leave this video here. Let me know what you guys think of these little teaser trailers. And yeah, by the time this video is uploaded, probably the actual full trailer would have just released, so oh well, I'll see if I'll do a video on that right away, or if I can do it next morning. Depends what I feel like in a couple of hours. I might still do it. I am pretty hyped. So yeah, that's it for this video. See you in the next one, which will be the reaction to the full official trailer, and then I might do an analysis of that in my own time afterwards. But yeah, see you guys. Peace out. May all your vinyl be irradiated vinyl. Over and out. Bye.